Channel 4 are now using symbols to advise viewers about the nature of the programme they are watching.
For example, many of you may have seen the red triangle in the corner of your screen. This indicates that the programme may accidentally cause offence.
And this symbol indicates that the programme may deliberately cause offence.
This sign indicates that the programme may cause offence to colourblind people.
The two red triangles indicate that the programme is some piece of boring, arty crap that they're trying to up the viewing figures for.
And then there's this sign indicating the programme contains scenes of explicit sex.
There's this indicating explicit gay sex.
And this sign indicating explicit sex between dead people.
This sign indicates that the programme contains a man digging a road.
This symbol will be displayed if the programme contains Samantha Fox.
This indicates that the programme contains Matthew Kelly.
And finally, this symbol will appear if the programme is unsuitable for children.
The blind woman who regained her sight after 20 years saw her first episode of Howard's Way on Sunday and has asked if she can go blind again.
With me tonight is Keith Draper, one of the younger ministers brought into the cabinet in the last reshuffle, specifically to present the government's social policies in a more caring way. Now, Minister, some people would say that's an uphill task you face.
Well, not really, because it's a plain fact that this is indeed a caring government. I've said this many times before, but it bears repeating. We've built more hospitals, more schools than any previous administration, and we've done that because we care. We care very deeply. We are extremely concerned about... Oh, bollocks, we don't care. Oh, I can't keep this up. Interview after bloody interview. We don't give a monkey's toss, and why should we? There, said it. God, that feels better.
Yeah, Minister, I'm sure that some of our viewers would be alarmed to hear you saying that.
Oh, good, we'll let them. And if they don't like it, if you don't like it, then tough titty. I'm in the government, you're not. Got that? God, I work every bloody hour God sends, and all you do is sit in front of your telly whinging, oh, why doesn't the government help me? I'm old, I'm sick, I live in Sunderland. Well, I don't. And if I had my bloody way, I'd pour you all down a bloody mine shaft and cover it in with concrete or something. Oh, and what about the unemployed?
Yes, Minister.
I'd boil them down for glue.
Thank you, Minister, for coming along. And now, Rory.
We've just heard some new government advice for senior citizens on how to conserve energy. When you go to bed at night, don't forget to switch off your pacemakers.
I just feel really nervous.
Friends for a long time.
I know, but I'm married now. What the hell? No, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
I just want to make love to you. And then perhaps we could try something a bit more adventurous. Invite Brian, Sally, some other friends round. And then perhaps we could...
No! I couldn't possibly... Not with him watching.
By my calculations, we're about 600 miles from the nearest help. Could take them months to find us. We've been here, what, 6 days?
Captain can't hold out much longer.
We've got to eat to survive. We've got to find something to eat.
Yes. Something to eat.
Or some... thing.
Something... meaty.
What are you looking at me for?
I'm not looking at you.
So you were? Looking at me as if...
As if what?
As if you're going to eat me.
Eat you. The very thought.
Mind you, your airline advertisements do state that the hostesses are there to gratify the passengers' every need.
For God's sake, we're not animals.
I'm sorry, it's a disgusting thought. I'm sorry. Even to consider eating a fellow human being while he's still alive.
I'm going.
Oh dear, how sad.
Get away from him! Doesn't I know what you're thinking?
I was just saying.
Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah, listen. I don't want to die in vain. I want my body to be of use to my fellow men after I die.
Oh, that's very decent of you, Captain.
I want my body to be donated to medical science.
Oh, bloody hell.
Well, he did crash the plane. I mean,
For God's sake!
He flew into a mountain.
how do you fly into a bloody mountain? I mean, mountains hardly leap out of side turnings, like you do they?
The man is dying!
Well, I know he's gonna die.
Quiet!
Quiet. He's gone. I think somebody should say a prayer.
Yes, you're right. Lord, for what we are about to receive... I'm sorry. Lord, look down upon this dear, departed, lean...
Right. That's it.
Deep-fried...
I'm gonna go and find something to eat. Anything!
We should give him a decent burial.
Yeah, suppose we should make a start on a gravy. A grave.
Look, for the last time, you're not eating the captain.
No, when I said gravy, it was a slip of the tongue. I meant grave.
We're saved! Look what I found in the wreckage! Airline lunches!
Right. All those in favour of eating the captain, put their hands up.
Hello, and welcome once again to Review Time. And this week, Phil's popped along to see Shanghai Surprise, starring Madonna and Sean Penn. Phil, what did you think?
Well, like the rest of the audience, I was riveted to my seat.
Really?
It was the only way they could keep us in the cinema.
Yeah, sounds really exciting. I've been to see Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, what's that like?
Oh, it's terrific. It's got an amazing plot. It's about a young girl singer who's plucked out of the chorus and turned into a star by an incredibly ugly composer.
Wonder where Andrew Lloyd Webber got an idea like that. Starting soon on BBC One, Juliet Benedicto.
Sorry, Tom, I've got to go. It's nearly time for Vespers.
Can't you skip it just for once? I'm sure they get along fine without you.
No, Tom, I can't.
You mean you don't want to? It's always the same. You can't forget that flipping job of yours for one moment.
Tom, I'm a monk. Either you accept that or you don't. But either way, please don't ask me to give it up because I can't.
All right. Go out and do your flipping praying. But just don't expect me to be here when you get back, that's all.
Juliet Benedicto, a woman in conflict.
Now, you look here, Juliet Benedicto.
No, you look here. I know you don't like me, Abbott, and I know why, because I'm a woman. But just you get this. I'm also a monk, and I happen to think I'm a bloody good monk. I've worked twice as hard as any man monk to get where I am. And if you think I'm going to give all that up, then you must be mad. I'm here to stay, so you better get used to it. Because as far as I'm concerned, I can out-monk a lot of you. Well, what do you say to that?
Glad to have you on board.
That's Juliet Benedicto, a woman of today, struggling to make it in a man's world of 600 years ago.
There are many highly respected cartoonists in Fleet Street today, names like Trog and Mac and Jack. And we're lucky enough to have with us in the studio tonight, Twat. Now, Twat, being a cartoonist for a daily paper means you must have quite a grasp of current affairs.
Well, that's right, Tony. I mean, you've got to know, for example, that Margaret Thatcher is the Prime Minister, and you've got to know that the Russian Premier is Arthur Scargill. I think if you know those two things, the humour just sort of slots into place, really.
Well, are you going to draw something for us?
Why not? Yes, I've brought me pad along. Now, I'll just start with a fairly sort of standard sort of drawing. This one's quite a sort of functional thing. There you are. You see, that's quite good, that.
Who's that?
Well, I mean, if you put a swastika on it, it could be Margaret Thatcher, you see. A very biting bit of satire. A hammer and sickle, and it becomes immediately Arthur Scargill, you see. And, of course, if you put sunglasses on it, it becomes instantly Colonel Gaddafi.
Or Hilda Ogden gone blind.
Or Hilda Ogden gone blind, yes.
Now, Twat, I believe that you've drawn us a special cartoon for Who Dares Wins, is that right?
Yes, I have, actually. Of course, the difficulty I had here was choosing the big story of the week. It's been a week of so many world-shattering stories. Hurricane Higgins in a fight, Jim Davidson admitting he likes women, Dirty Den snubbing the Queen Mother. But the story I've gone for is Max Bygraves, who told the Princess Michael of Kent joke at the Royal Variety performance. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Well, will you show us the cartoon?
I will indeed. Yes, here it is. Look.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's lovely.
You see, there's Maxie telling the gag. There's the gag. Now, this is the audience here. That's, they're all laughing. Now, what I've done is, you see, I've put the newspaper headline in the corner of the cartoon. That's for people who aren't quite sure of what the story is, you know. There's the Queen Mum, look, and there's Fergie.
And what are these things on, Fergie?
Those are breasts, actually. Yes, I've put them on so it's Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, and not Alex Ferguson, the manager of Manchester United.
And I see you've written "We are not amused" at the bottom.
Yeah, well, that's the gag, you see. It's actually the Queen Mother speaking. You see, you can tell that she's speaking because she's the only one with her mouth open. Look there.
So the joke is "We are not amused."
That's right. Yes. The gag is that all the audience think it's very funny. You see.
Yeah.
Ho ho ha ha hee hee. Ho. But the Queen Mother, as you can see, is not at all amused by that. We are not amused. I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah. That's certainly very funny. Tell me, is there one cartoonist that's your hero, somebody you like above all others?
It's got to be Franklin in The Sun. In fact,
of course.
I brought Tuesday's Sun along because
very fine cartoon.
It's a great piece of Franklin's work in this, I think, as you can see here. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. He's abandoned having the newspaper headline in the corner format. Instead, he's written the headline on the side of the supermarket trolley.
Yeah, of course, that's a very usual place for newspaper headlines.
Oh, look at those pound notes. Aren't they clever? I wonder how long it took him to do that. It must have taken him ages to do
They're
that.
not terribly detailed, though.
They're emblematic, I think, yes.
And presumably these are women because they've got enormous breasts.
That's right, those are women. Yes, you can tell that he's put the breasts on there, and he's also given them long hair, so you know they're not men.
Yeah.
But what makes this gag for me, it's why it's my particular favourite, is this super little punchline down here, look. Now I know why it's called a supermarket. It's a magnificent pun on the word super, which on the one hand can mean great, terrific, fantastic, marvellous, but it also is the first element of the word supermarket.
Oh, that's
I think that is...
It's a very witty piece of wordplay. I hope Franklin heard that accolade. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
Halfwit! Moron! Now, what is happening here, you may ask?
Imbecile!
Well, Chief Inspector Turnbull is demonstrating some of the new techniques to get the Bobby on the beat used to abuse, so he won't lose his temper in the face of extreme provocation. Inspector, good evening. Is it actually working?
Oh, yes, this man is highly trained. He won't react, no matter how much he is goaded. Why don't you have a try?
Aye. You... twit.
I think you can be a bit stronger than that.
You twat. Twat? Why aren't you out trying to catch murderers, eh? Or booking people for speeding, only doing 35 miles an hour? Like your mates did to me last week, you great poxy dildo.
Yes, I think that's a bit...
Why don't you go home and give your daddy's uniform back, you shithead?
Yes, that's enough.
Look at the face on this one, eh? Lights on, door open, no one at home. Why don't you go and get a proper job, eh? Oh, you probably can't, can you? Only one CSE, eh?
I think that proves the point.
How's your girlfriend? How's her guide dog, eh? Crater face, you ugly bastard.
I think that's about enough, actually.
And you can piss off as well, bollock brain. Yeah, you've already got my tits, you really do. You really...
Morning, sir. Can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to test drive one of the new Vauxhalls, please.
How about one of our new 2-litre Cavaliers? The SRI 130. Adjustable steering, fuel injected, capable of 120 miles per hour. Or you could try one of our new Astras, the 2-litre GTE, boasting some 122 brake horsepower. Finally, the sporting flagship of our range. The Carlton GSI 3000, car of the year 1987. Power steering, ABS, electric windows. Well, sir? An excellent choice, sir. Happy motoring.
Later on, we'll be asking important questions like, why has Roland Rat got Durex for ears?
Well, also, we'll be helping pop star Madonna realise her dream of becoming the modern-day Marilyn Monroe. So keep those sleeping pills rolling in.
You're watching Breakfast Television.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Breakfast Time. My name's Jenny Stevenson and with us this morning we have my very, very favourite pop star, Ricky Strong. Ricky, welcome.
Hi.
It's great to have you here, Ricky. Now, I understand that you've been very busy lately launching your new album and a stage musical, is that right?
Yeah, very busy launching the album Love Attack and working on the musical and generally keeping very busy, yeah.
Well, I'm sure you are. And we'll be talking to you some more about that later. But first of all, this morning, our other guest is a very big name in the political world, Ayatollah Khomeini. Welcome, Ayatollah.
Hello, Jenny. It's great to be here.
Now, Ayatollah, it's a very busy time for you, isn't it?
That's right, Jenny. I'm very busy leading my country in a bloody war against Iraq.
I bet that's quite a big job, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
And I understand that you've also been very busy exterminating thousands upon thousands of tribesmen in Kurdistan, is that right?
That's right, yes.
Goodness me, I mean, statesman, religious leader, military commander, mass murderer, I mean, however do you find the time?
Well, it's pretty hectic, Jenny, but you know what they say, it's better to be too hectic than too quiet.
Oh, how true, how true. Tell me, Ricky, did you ever want to be a Muslim ruler?
No, not really. Although the musical I'm in is based on Bertrand Russell, who they've probably heard about in some Muslim countries,
I think so, yes.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Now, Ayatollah, you're going to review the papers for us, so what have you picked out?
Well, there's a lot of big stories today. There's the nuclear incident at Sellafield in The Guardian. There's Israel declares war on the Lebanon in the Daily Telegraph. But I've chosen Are Men Sexier in the North?
And are men sexier in the north?
Well, they're certainly not in the north of my country, Jenny, as they're too busy running away from my death squads.
No, but seriously, though, I do know that later on today you're off to a rather special variety club lunch.
That's right. It's for my old friend Leslie Crowther. We're great muckers.
Well, we'll be talking to you some more about Leslie Crowther, Ayatollah, after this.
There's only one sure and certain way of keeping your lavatory clean. Shit in the airing cupboard.
Thank you. Well, more of your letters have been flooding in. Dear Rory, I have an unusual name. Every time people hear it, they burst into laughter. Should I change it? Yours... I gotta show you this. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? All right, so I'll tell you what, you can read the next one out, actually, while it's Christmas. So read that out. Go with the mic in, please. Nice and loud.
I'm sorry to have to tell you the results of the test are positive, so you must have...
Wrong letter, that. Here's another one from Clara of Newcastle. Dear Rory, I'm a housewife and we've had a gas man round to fix our central heating and I've developed a wild sexual obsession with him. Is this normal? No, it isn't. Gas men don't usually come round and fix anything. But they normally wait till you're out and push a card through the letterbox. Some late news here. An RAF spokesman says they preferred AWAC to Nimrod because of AWAC's versatility. They say as well as providing sophisticated airborne radar, it can double as a novelty coffee table.
Now, you do understand exactly what this scheme entails.
Yes, we do, and we want to go ahead.
Good. Mrs. Chambers, you will be inseminated, and you...
We wanted to ask you, how exactly is the insemination administered?
Oh, that's fairly straightforward. Your wife will be inseminated by Barry here.
Well, I'm not sure we should rush into this. After it's a big step having children. I'm not sure that we're emotionally responsible.
Don't be so silly, darling. I mean, we can't wait forever, can we? When do we start?
Maybe adoption is more socially responsible. I mean, there's a lot of unhappy kids out there.
But then it wouldn't be ours, would it? I mean, yours and mine.
And Barry's. I was expecting some sort of arrangement of test tubes that would...
Come on, love, come on. It's just a practical thing to give us a child. I mean... It's not your fault that your sperm are bad swimmers.
All of Barry's sperm can swim at least 60 lengths.
Yes, I can see that. I just don't like the idea of your sleeping with a total stranger, that's all.
But he's not a total stranger, is he? I mean, we've been formally introduced.
I just don't like it.
Darling, it's just a medical thing. You're letting your male pride get in the way of us, and how long have we wanted a child? It's all right. He says yes. I've always wanted babies.
Right. How many?
382.
I'm glad you asked us. We're the New York really vicious bastards. We wear the black, we wear the red, we wear helmets to protect our feet. We love our mums and apple pies and hurting people
and gouging out eyes.
My main aim is to win a cup. Mine is to walk standing up.
Cleaver, you go left on a reverse spray pattern. Kalinkowski, you double team. Washington, come back right down the blitz and connect with McCluskey, okay? Let's try it.
We get crushed and smashed. You think we're mugs? But it don't hurt, cause we're on drugs.
I'm the coach, yes, I'm the brain, cause I think up the silly names.
I'm the fridge. Who's that geezer? He's an oven. That's the freezer.
The electric toothbrush.
The bear, that's me, but I don't know why he's called the Santee.
Tuvalu hikes to Gunter on the shotgun, grabs Spay on the blitz, but he avoids the sack with a reverse wishbone. McGonagall, corner flagging guards, Brillig with a slimy tobe. Scrambling Gunter leaves a geometry for Smegma, who slams the Weevil on the wainscoting for a magnificent 6 points.
Man, yeah, we love this game. Builds the body.
Shrinks the brain.
90, 23, 51, 68. We can't count, we're enumerate. Pro football's like our native land.
Violent, long, and impossible to understand.
And if you say that line don't scare, tough, this one doesn't either. Ha!